Hey, it's me, Mercury. Welcome back to another video of What If Deku had an elemental manipulation quirk. Where we last left off was Deku getting backstabbed by Uraraka and stabbed again through the back by a mysterious person. I don't remember what I said, but oh well. But yeah, so they got 4 weeks off of school. The first week, nothing in particular happened. Everybody's just like gathering, like hanging out, crying, trying to, well, not forget, but comfort each other. Now, the second week is going to be a bit different. So, we're going to start off with Jiro. She, she's in a room and she woke up in the middle of the night because she had a nightmare. And she's screaming, and her mother busts through the door, going to comfort her, calm her down, and they talk about the dream. Now, Jiro falls asleep, and her mother leaves the room. Now, she's having a dream, and it feels so real. She can hear, see, taste. Did I say feel? But yeah, she can feel. And she has a guitar in her hand, and she's just playing a song until someone else joins in with her. And she looks over, because she's in her room, she's sitting down on her bed playing. She looks over to her right, and she sees a guy, but she can't make him out. He's blurred out. And he's playing he's playing a song too, playing along with her. Now she asks who he is, but he doesn't answer for a while until he finishes playing the song. He looks over at her and says, "Well, you know who I am, but I'll let you figure out who I am. So I'll let you figure out who I am." She's confused because she got an answer, but it wasn't one that she was looking for. So she keeps on trying to ask questions, and he's just vaguely answering them. And until he says, "Well, you're about to wake up. Don't worry. We'll talk again. Maybe next time you can think about questions that you really want answered. And don't worry. This is real. All of it. Bye." And then she wakes up. She's confused about the weird dream that she had. Now, she remembers telling her that it's real, but it was just a dream, right? So, she goes about her day. She meets up with Momo, Bakugo, Kirishima, everybody from Class 1A, basically. And, well, she doesn't tell them, but she drags Momo aside, and because those two actually got pretty close. and she told her about her dream. Now, Momo's quite weirded out by the dream, but nothing further happens. So the day ends, and she wonders if that guy was telling the truth. Because if it is, it's not just a dream, and it's not a coincidence either. So she falls asleep, and she's back in her room. But she's walks through the door, and she sees the guy playing the guitar again. But he seems different. He's not as blurred out, but the energy that he's letting off, it was different, slightly, not much, but it was. And well, she asked him, "What are you doing here?" And he stops playing the guitar and says, "I'm here to talk to an old friend." And she doesn't know what to say. "Old friend, what do you mean? We haven't met before." Now, he looks up at her, and the sense of familiarity grows a bit stronger. And he says, "Oh, we've met before. It's just, well, I guess you can't see me." "Don't worry. Let's just sit down and talk. Not worry about who I am, where we are, or how I got here." So, this goes on for about another day. So, 3 days in total right now. So, the fourth day, she can see him, but she can't fully make him out. She can't see his face, or she can't see his head. Now, the energy that he produced every day will change each and every day. Now, she sits beside him, and she says, "So, what do you want to talk about today?" Now, he looks away from her, and she can tell that he's hiding something. And she grabs his shoulder and says, you could tell me anything. You know that, right? I mean, we've been talking for quite a while." And he looks back at her, and she can see his eyes. Now, she's mesmerized, but she snaps out of it. And he just goes to say, "Today's the last day I can talk to you." Now, she's surprised, because he's been with her for a few days, and she's... Oh, well. Hey, sorry about that, but yeah. So, he's been with her a few days, and she... I don't know how to put this. Like, yeah, you're kind of weirded out, but then, you accept it, and so on. So, yeah, so she's saddened because she got to let stuff off of her chest that she couldn't tell nobody. And so, yeah, so let's see. Damn. I forgot how I was going to take this. But yeah. Ah, shit. Like, as time passes, as they're talking, she can slowly see his face. And, like, I'm not going to get into what they're talking about, but yeah, they're just talking. Like, he's explaining a little bit about why he can't see her no more. And that he has other people that he needs to talk to, and that he'll actually be back soon and they can talk face to face. Now, she's saddened, like, not to tears, until she sees his face. And, like, clear. And she's just bawling her eyes out. What the? She's just bawling her eyes out, and she gives him a hug. Boy. She gives him a hug, and she's even more confused because she's wondering why he never told her. And then she asks, and he says, I couldn't tell you. You had to figure it out yourself. So yeah. And he says, it's time. You're about to wake up, and, well, I'll see you when I get back. Now, she's not crying, but she pulls him into a hug, and before the dream ends, she kisses him, and she wakes up. Now, damn. Now, I don't know how to do this, but yeah. So she wakes up, and she's, like, saddened but happy and a little embarrassed by what she did in the dream. And, like, she doesn't, but yeah, so that's where we're in that part, and let's get on to someone else. But yeah, there's going to be 4 people that will be having dreams. And there's 3 weeks left, 4 days each. That's more than enough time. So let's get on to, let's see, Momo. Or did I want to do her third? I don't know. Let's get on to Momo. Now, Momo's dream, like, she got a call from Jiro. Like, let's talk before the dream. She got a call from Jiro saying that she saw who it was, who the person in the dream was. And Jiro tells Momo that it was Deku, and Jiro is shocked, like, the person said he was real and that he'll be coming back. And Momo's, like, kind of in disbelief because she's like, mostly over the fact, but she's not entirely. And hearing this, she just goes into denial, and she falls asleep. Now, it's somewhat similar to, like, how Deku appears at first to Jiro, but it's more distorted. Like, not distorted, but, like, she can't see him, like, as clear as she saw him at first. Like, he's even more you know. But yeah, so she's at a beach in her dream, and she's laying down, like uh she's laying down with this umbrella above her, stuff like that, and Deku walks up to her, but she doesn't know it's him, and he says, "Hey, do you mind if I join you?" And she looks at him and is like, who are you?" I'm no one important, but do you mind if I join you?" "Well, never mind, I'll join you anyways." And he sits down next to her, and she's kind of complaining, but she's like, "Oh, this seems familiar. Where have I, this seems familiar to something that I heard." Now, while she's dreaming, her memories of what Jiro told her are blocked off. She'll remember when she wakes up, but she'll forget when she goes into the dream. And she'll slowly figure it out. Now, she's trying to place her finger on it, and Deku says, "You're not going to remember where you heard this from. That's how this works. I come to you, and you try to figure out who I am. And this will go on to everybody that I go to." And she's asking questions. What do you mean? How it works? And how many people are you going to? Now, Deku's ignores a few ignores them. And, well, that's what the first day's like. She's just trying to get questions out of him that she wants to know. But before the dream ends, he says, "Well, it was nice talking to you, but I ain't going to answer your questions until you ask what you need to know, not what you want to know." And she's confused by this. Like, what do you mean what I need to know? Think about it when you wake up. What do you need to know? And, well, she wakes up. Now, she's confused by the dream. And she doesn't want to... She woke up extremely early, and she doesn't want to disturb Jiro, so she goes out to, a cafe, and she actually meets up with Mina. Now, those two get to talking, and Momo tells Mina, what Jiro told her, because she can remember now, if y'all don't know. And then she tells her about her dream. And Mina's like, "That's the same guy." And she says, "I know it is, but, for some reason when I'm dreaming, I can't place my finger on who it is or, anything about him. It's all fuzzy." And he was, they just, go back and forth about it. Then she says, "Before the dream ended, he told me to ask what I need to know, not what I want to know." And yeah, so Mina helps her, well, she helps her, and she goes back home. They go back home, but Mina goes with Momo to her home. They have a sleepover, and they actually call a few of the girls over. And yeah, so they have a sleeping party, and they all go to sleep. Momo's back in the dream, and this time she remembers some of the questions. Not all the questions that she came up with, like, just some of them. And she's like, well, these must be some of the questions that he meant. The ones that I need to know, not want to know. And he taps her on the shoulder and says, well, are you ready? Or do you just want to talk first? So that goes on. And the last day. Now, well, let's go over, like, when she's awake. So, over the first day, she's, like, she's acting a little strange, but the next 2 days, she's, like, happier than she would be. Like, happier than she was before the dream started. And the same thing was with Jiro, but she's like saddened again, but not as much as before the dreams. And everybody notices the differences. Like, for 4 days, for at least a few days, they're extremely happy, and then they're a little disheartened, but they have extreme hope Now, the final day, she's got all the questions that she wants to know, and she's able to see him similar to how Jiro saw him, but she was able to piece it together faster, and she could see more than just his eyes before he went away. Like, she can make out most of them, and she's like, I know you. And he's like, of course you do. I've told you that multiple times. And it's like halfway through the dream, and she says, Izuku. And that's when his appearance comes. And he's like, well, you got it faster than Jiro, though not much faster. And she's like, she's in disbelief because she now remembers what Jiro told her, and she's like, so it was you. And she asks if he's alive, and he goes on saying, yeah, I'm alive, just no one can find me yet, and no one will find me until I can come back. And that's all he says. Now, she tries to part more information out of him, but he's like not talking, so she knows that something's wrong. And so yeah, so that goes on for a little while, and she's actually is like, I want to say she's like getting nervous as she thinks about back to when she's like when he was alive, how she's like starting to develop feelings for him, and she's like remembering that, and she's blushing a little. Like, I'm at a beach with him, even if it's a dream, I'm at a beach with him alone, and we're close together. Because now that she can fully remember him, she's like, I want to say during the dreams that their feelings develop. Like, their feelings become stronger. And when they finally remember him, they're like stronger than what they would originally be. So, yeah, so her feelings are stronger, and she's like, she says, can I ask you a question? Now, he looks over to her because he's looking at the ocean, and what is it that you want to know? And she starts stuttering, and he says, calm down and just take a deep breath. Now, she confesses, and this takes Deku by surprise because he's like, he didn't know. And to be honest, it kind of surprised him. He knew about Jiro and Uraraka, but he's like leaning more towards Jiro, but like started spending more time with Uraraka. And yeah, so he's like shocked, and he's like blanked out. Now Momo's trying to like snap him back into reality, and she does. She does. Like, this is a sucky video right now. I'm sorry, but yeah. So yeah, that happens, and they continue to talk, and he says, well, we got about 10 more minutes before you wake up. And she's surprised, like, how do you know this? Well, I gotta keep my secrets. And, well, he says, well, what do you want to do? So she gets up, and he gets up with her, and she walks along the beach with him, and she grabs his hand, and he's like nervous and kind of wanting to pull away because he's like, he was about to get in a relationship, but then it turned out bad, and he's like not wanting to get into another, but he allows it because he feels not like, she feels the sorrow coming from her, like how different it would have been if he didn't get taken away, basically. And he lets that happen, and he says, it's time for me to go. And he looks at her. Well, no, she looks at him and like pulls him in, like, yeah, pulls him in and gives him a kiss. And the dream ends. Now, not all of them are going to end like that. The next one will, but the last one will be extremely different. No, the next two won't end like that. So, yeah. Now, let's see. So, Momo hasn't told Jiro, like, what happened in the dreams, though, and Jiro doesn't know that she's having the dreams, only Mina. And Jiro told Momo everything, and Momo's like getting, like, she's starting to feel a little guilt for not telling her, and for kissing Deku, which she knows that Jiro likes him. But like, she's like feeling guilty, but it's like, it's hard to explain. So yeah. So she's like wakes up, and well, goes about her day, and she gets a call from Jiro asking to meet up because she heard from Mina that, well, she accidentally overheard Mina saying that Momo's getting dreams, is having weird dreams, and Momo is basically forced to come out with most of the things that happen in the dream. And when Jiro asks, "Is there anything else?" Momo kind of blushes and starts to deny it, but Jiro, like, she picks up on it and she says, "There's something else. You, and yeah, you, what did you two do?" Now, Jiro's kinda angry, but kinda, like, she's wanting to be angry, but she's not going to be because she's not dating him. But she's, like, getting jealous. And she's like, "What did you two do?" And Momo's, like, trying to brush it off, but eventually caves in and tells her, like, everything that happened. And Gio's like, her too. First the betraying bitch, and now her. And yeah, that's all that's going to go down there. No fight, no none. But those two's relationship is like, it's still the same, but like, they're kinda like, they're trying to talk it over. It's kind of rocky, but they're talking it over. So yeah, I have no idea what the mic quality is going to be like on this, so I'm gonna have to listen to it. And I'm going to stop here, do another part, and then do Deku's part. Well, do Deku's view on everything, like his time where he is. And I have some plans for like how it is. It's the and yeah, so I really don't know what to say. I'm sorry it took so long to come out. I tried to do it multiple times during the past. Ever since I got a comment about when it's going to come out, I told them soon, and I could not get it finished. I got the first part done, and I accidentally stopped it. And when I was about to start again, it would not start. Then I was kept up late with my sister. And each time I tried to go to sleep, I just kept on getting woke back up. So today, the past few days have been extremely busy. And yeah, sorry, but I'll try to post another video soon to make up for the time that I promised that I would do it. Well, said that I would do it, but got delayed for. So I'll try to make a few videos throughout the rest of the week. Damn. No, I'll probably make about 2 or 3 videos. I'm going to do the Hephaestus one next. I'll probably do that to either today or tomorrow. So look forward to that, I guess. And I'll see y'all later. Bye, and have a good day.